Hi everyone, welcome to the show. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'm Amy.
And I'm Sarah, and today we're going to be discussing A Winter in New York by Josie Silver.
The first few minutes we're going to do a brief review of this story without any spoilers, then we are going to shift into a deeper book discussion which is going to include lots of spoilers, but no worries, we are going to let you know before we do shift into that deeper book discussion.
That's right. So before we jump in, Amy, tell us what A Winter in New York is all about.
A woman moves from the UK to New York after ending a bad relationship and discovers a gelato shop her late mother had a connection to. This is the story of what happens when she inadvertently makes her own connection with the guy who runs it. This story has large family dynamics, winter vibes, and lots of gelato. Sarah, what did you think about A Winter in New York?
Okay, well, I was sold immediately with the large family dynamic. This incredibly, just beautiful family. I just picture this big Italian family. I wanted to be at their dinner table, all the good food, all the gelato. I was just sold. I was like, please take me into your household. I love them so much, so I instantly fell in love. This story is so great because it's this great winter story. It's not over the top Christmas fluff, which a lot of us don't care for. This story is not that. It's just this beautiful romance, takes place over the winter with Christmas tossed in, so you get that kind of festive that you want. It just gave me all the cozy vibes. You know?
Cozy is the word that I had in mind for this story too. I think that's the perfect descriptor for it. I loved the large family dynamics. I'm a huge fan of gelato. I have a sweet tooth and I love me some gelato. So this was the perfect story for me, especially for a winter vibe.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our ratings. Angst.
Okay, Angst. This was a 2 for me. I feel like it could be bumped up for some people just because of the nature of like what it is, but it doesn't feel angsty at all. I mean, it just, I don't know. I didn't feel angsty.
I did 1.5. I feel like a lot of the anticipated angst were moments that I saw coming.
Yeah.
But overall, I felt like it's a winter, winter story, or winter romance. So I felt like that was okay for this one.
Agreed.
Okay, humor.
Okay, humor. This was just a 1 for me.
Me too.
It's not a rom-com.
No.
There's some funny-ish.
Sprinkled throughout.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sprinkle
A little sprinkle of
on
humor.
the gelato. All right, spiciness.
Spice. This was a 1.
Okay, I did 2.
Did you?
And I felt like that was probably... I'm going to stay at 2, but tell me why you did 1.
It was very tame. It was very tame. And that, if you're looking for a story that's got some spicy moments in it that you don't want a lot of description or whatnot, fade to black kind of thing, this is it for you. It's not... I didn't feel like it was a spicy scene.
It's a slow burn for sure. And there are multiple scenes, but they're not descriptive.
They're not descriptive at all.
I think what you described is the perfect description for it. Okay, tears.
Okay, I did rate this a little bit higher. It probably doesn't need to be. I rated it a 2.25. You're looking at me like, wow. But mainly because I just felt... I can't say because there's no many spoilers, but there was things in there that just made me sad, and I only teared up at the very end, so I never cried, but there's just things that make me sad. There's scenes that I'm like, oh.
You're gonna find this interesting. I gave it a 1,
okay,
but I did cry. Now, I do have to specify and say it was one little scene towards the end, and I'm not going to tell you about it until we get into the deeper discussion. Because
there's a line in there.
It's not a line. It is a full scene that I teared up for, and I'll tell you why I cried when we get into the deeper discussion. But I felt like overall, it's not a sad book, and so I didn't feel like just because I cried in this one specific scene that I should bump my rating, because I felt like overall the story's not
Don't
sad.
misunderstand me. I cried in a scene, but it was one line that I was like... or not cried. Teared up.
I didn't
cried.
Cry. Tears spilled over onto my cheeks.
No,
several.
Didn't get that far. My eyes teared up. They didn't roll down.
Okay, overall.
Overall, this was a 4.25. It was just a great winter read. It was perfect for me for this Christmas season.
I did 4.25. I was on the fence between 4 and 4.25.
Same.
And the last 25% really bumped
it up. Yes.
When everything started coming together and I had all the warm holiday winter vibe feelings and the coziness of it was just wrapped up, and it just left me feeling with just
So good.
warmth and coziness.
I know. And craving some gelato.
Heck yeah, we're gonna get us some gelato. All right, well that concludes our spoiler-free quick review. If you would like to continue the discussion with us, simply click the link below, or you can go to any available podcast platform and simply search for Post-Book Depression. We would love to hear from you. Tell us all your thoughts on this story. You can connect with us on social media. Words are hard today, apparently. On Instagram, you can find us at Post-Book Depression Podcast. On Facebook, in our Post-Book Depression discussion group. You can also email us at postbookdepressionpodcast@gmail.com.